What is up, my viewers? Spang here, bringing you a World of Tanks gameplay commentary. This is going to be a viewer-submitted replay from the Hexagon. I believe he has submitted to my channel a few times before, and he's going to be driving his E25 on Stalingrad. Whoop, let's just increase that map size there. There we go, that's a bit better, so we can see what's going on. That feel when I've had a 20% win rate the last 20 games, something about that. Apparently, Hexagon talking about his previous matches not going so hot. Now, I believe I've said it before, but if not, I will be saying it again. Tier 7 match and an E25. It's a pretty effective vehicle, his teammate firing off into nothingness for Lord knows what reason, but regardless, he is going to drive forward. This isn't the best map for an E25, but let's face it, an E25 can perform well on most maps as long as you are intelligent about how you play with it. Now, those of you who have been keeping up with my videos on my channel may have noticed that a lot of the 9.4 videos and 9.5 videos do not have XVM going. They don't have any sort of color coding of the players of either team, and some of you may enjoy that because I know there is a strong number of players who feels that XVM and player skill kind of there he goes, he's saying, I mean, I played pretty good myself, it's just that my teams have had bad luck, and such is the way of World of Tanks. But going on to back to my previous point, Hexagon hitting that little wall there and giving a little face, just having a good time, taking his, you know, sweet little, moving at his own pace, firing into that, okay, there is that replay misfire, or whatever you want to call it, that malfunction that we've been noticing with these 9.5s, and I don't know if this was a common issue in 9.5 or if it's just because it's old mods and old games. So hopefully it won't persist too much through these 9.5 commentaries. I want to get around to each one of the games you guys send in at the very least, and hopefully get some of mine in there to break up the monotony of sorts, you know, get a few different perspectives. But getting back to this match, he did get a couple good shots into that Yacht Panther and took no damage for it. The Churchill 1, on the other hand, did take a hit or two, and he is feeling it. Ooh, Hexagon here getting flanked by the enemy E25, the Panther M10 coming in to lend a hand, and a ricochet on an E25. Not something you see all that common. Its armor isn't super paper thin, but it is thin enough. But when you're firing at it at that distance with that sloping and he turns like that, it does have a chance to ricochet, as we just saw, especially given the fact that the E25 has pretty low armor penetration. Looks like the Panther M10 was eliminated. The E25 on the enemy team choosing very unwisely to fire at another target other than the Hexagon here, and getting away just barely with 31 hit points left. Hexagon wants to kill him, but his team having a bit of more bad luck, as it were. 3 to 4 hit points definitely going to the enemy team as well, so certainly going to be a hard-fought uphill battle to bring this match around to a victory. But as I was saying before I got sidetracked yet again, there is a very strong number of players in the World of Tanks player base who do not like XVM. They feel it ruins the game, it creates a sense of elitism when stats really don't always tell the whole story, but at the same time, they do exist as they are for a reason. I mean, a person who has a 46% chance to win statistically has been shown to win less than 50% of the time. That's just basic math. That's evident, but and therefore hindering your chances of winning, but only ever so slightly. Whereas my win rate is 54%, so having me on your team gives us a better chance, even if it is a slight amount, to win rather than lose. But again, I can understand where players are coming from, because it does kind of create a toxic atmosphere. Looking like some artillery backup coming in, and Hexagon going for this KV-1 after his kill on that Japanese tank was taken, and he will get the destroyed kill on the KV-1. Not sure why I said it like that, other than brain derps. We can only blame it on brain derps. And I am always learning and improving, and hopefully improving as I get through these commentaries. But I certainly think it is just a long process. But they certainly have helped me improve my public speaking skills in general. So kudos to that. Getting back to this match, however, this is 7-8, hit points still with the enemy team, and gonna be possible kill number 2? Nope, RNG said no to that, but the enemy tank also had RNG say no to him, so fair is fair. And the enemy KV, what is that, an 85? No, that is, yes it is, I was right, okay. Getting eliminated by the KV-3, who significantly outmatched him, but possibly gonna die here. Yep, there we go. Looks like the artillery did finish him off, but it looks like another, maybe he was double tapped by artillery, because I didn't see anything else capable of shooting him. I saw his hit points go down twice, once to knock a little bit off, and the other to kill, and I can only assume that was double artillery. Right now, Hexagon, 2 kills, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemy teammates. Wow, again, not sure why I phrased it that way, because that was an oxymoron if there ever was one. But enemy targets, that is the T word I want, barely left alive apparently, that E25. Possibly an easy kill, as long as Hexagon could stop running into obstacles. I mean, that seems to be the theme for this match. Still, regardless of that, he still has a pretty good chance to win. A good chunk of his hit points left. Vehicles like that, what is that, a Saint Emile? Yes, a Saint Emile, certainly going to make it difficult, and it looks like a Comet as well, providing some difficulty. That E25, all he has to do is get the drop on him, and he will be able to eliminate him, no problem. The Comet coming after his artillery, looks like he will be able to get a kill on this Hummel, who he lights on fire, but does not kill. He is quick to put out that fire, gets a kill on the M40s. Ooh. I was going to say the M44, but the Hummel scared me a bit there, and Hexagon in a bit of trouble here, backing up. That was actually quite the wise decision rather than trying to turn around. I have to give him kudos on that one. And this E25, certainly a one-shot, whereas he can potentially survive one hit from the enemy E25. It looks like that AMX-13F3 coming in from the rear, wanting to get the kill, help out his E25 ally, who he knows is in trouble. And it is really anyone's match at this point, but it is a long, hard-fought uphill battle for Hexagon at this point. He has to pull off some miracle to actually help his team win. I mean, it is 147 hit points to 1,193. I do not see him winning, but he could get 2 more kills, ideally. I mean, I want to see him get this E25, who may pull out unwisely. Yes, he... Oh, shot in the tracks. And can he get the kill? He does. Kill number 5. Can he get a top gun? I don't know. That AMX is aiming in on him, and he does get the monster kill for kill number 6, that top gun. So he does get his medal, but does he get the win? And the Hummel saying, fuck noob, and Hexagon just laughing about it. But I'm not sure who he was calling a noob. Possibly his E25, or maybe Hexagon. I don't know. But he is going for the cap, possibly? Running over a few things here and there. Now, if the enemy team is cheating, they will know. But, oh no, he is done. I don't see any situation in which he comes out of this on top. That Comet, missing 2 shots, however. Gonna possibly miss the 3rd? Nope. And his driver is dead. And that is gonna do it for Hexagon. So, unfortunately, hard fought, but he was not able to pull it off in the end. But, I mean, 950 hit points to just a measly 100-something. Not gonna end well for him at all, unless he absolutely got the drop on him. Still, very well fought and over 2,100 damage. And we're going to go to those post-game stats and see how well everyone else actually did. And looking at these post-game stats, we see that he earned Pascucci's. I actually did not even acknowledge that. He got 3 artillery kills, therefore giving him that battle medal, getting him a high caliber as well, and a top gun. Just medals all around for him. Doing very well for himself, earning a couple ribbons and pins as well. Not too bad. Second class, not ace tanker, but there's a lot of good players who drive the E25 just because it is such a versatile and well-performing vehicle. I mean, its DPM is ridiculous, and if you fire nothing but gold out of it, nothing but premium rounds as they're otherwise known, I mean, you're gonna do pretty well for yourself consistently, as long as you're intelligent about your play, like I said earlier. Racking up the damage done, he did the most damage of both teams, the only player to actually earn any battle medals, battle awards, or hero medals, or battle heroes, whatever you want to call them. I've heard them referred to as many, many different things, but only one of them is the correct term, which I can't recall which one at the moment. Still, earning over 2,000 damage, his KV-3 ally doing a pretty good job, and the SU-122-44, a little bit disappointing for that TD, but still a respectable performance nonetheless. The enemy team a bit more spread out, more players with over 1,000 damage anyway, but it looks like his Chaffee not doing too hot. Not that I blame it. The Chaffee's been nerfed into the ground a little bit. It's still very good. It's just you can't play it like you used to. Otherwise, you will get run over. And the enemy team just pretty respectable by both. It was a very hard-fought match for both teams. Very close, down to the wire. I mean, only 2 tank difference there at the end. It was 1 versus 2. It's just unfortunate Hexagon was as beat up as he was. Maybe he was a little bit too out in the open, a little too aggressive at times. That caused him to get shot unnecessarily, but that's just speculation. I mean, hindsight's 20/20, and you can't always know exactly how everything's gonna pan out until the actual match is over. But going to what we see here, only 25 shots fired. And with the rate of fire as quick as the E25, if you're really unable to unload, you will fire far more than 25 in a match, I'll tell you. But 19 of those actually hitting and 18 penetration, so that's actually better than what you typically expect from an E25. You typically expect to fire a lot more and hit and pen a lot less, and get about the same average damage. Still, very well played, not that much else going on here, just quite a few hits received, 6 of them penetrating, 1 non-penetrating, and a little bit splash damage there. But overall, earning a solid amount of credits and a solid amount of experience in a very well-fought battle. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Thanks for watching, everyone, and until next time, this has been Spang, and I am just clearly oh so professional. Until next time, my viewers.
MLG Dynamo!